Hello and welcome to Froggity Frog Crochet and this stitch guide on how to crochet the thistle stitch. So this is a really pretty floral stitch that's a little bit lacy, but it actually makes a really solid fabric. So to start this stitch you're going to need a foundation chain in multiples of 7 plus 2 for your turning chain.
So to start your thistle stitch you're going to be making a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So your turning chain counts as your first stitch, so I've already marked the first chain from my hook as the first stitch. So I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, and in the next chain I'm going to make 5 double crochet all in the same stitch. 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that makes a nice little 5 shell. Then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then make a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And 2. Okay. Then we skip 2 stitches and then make 5 double crochet in the next stitch. And that's the repeat for row 1. You skip 2 stitches, make 5 double crochet all in the next stitch, skip 2 stitches and then make a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and you repeat that all the way across the row. Okay, so after that shell we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then make a double crochet in each of the next 2. Okay, and we'll repeat that across the row. Skip the next 2 stitches, then make 5 double crochet all in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Skip the next 2 stitches and make a double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. 1 and don't disappear on me. There we go. And there we go. So that's row 1 of the thistle stitch. Okay, so for row 2 we're going to turn and chain 1. We're going to make a double crochet turning chain in the first stitch, and then we're going to make another 2 double crochet in that same stitch. So including your turning chain you're going to have 3 stitches all in that first stitch. So it's like half a shell. Okay, so apart from the stitches at the end of each row, the rest of the thistle stitch is made between stitches. Okay, so after we made these next 2, we're going to skip these 2 stitches here, and then we're going to make a double crochet on either side of this middle double crochet in that shell. So get between the stitches between 2 and 3 of the double crochet and make a double crochet, and then we're going to make another double crochet on the other side of that stitch. So between stitches, between the 3rd and 4th double crochet of that shell. So it's going to look like this: 2 posts worked in between the stitches on either side of that middle double crochet of the shell in the row below. Okay, now we're going to skip the next 3 double crochet, so the next 2 double crochet in that shell, skip the first double crochet in these set of 2 here, but working in between those 2 double crochet you're going to make 5 double crochet all in between the stitches. 3, 4 and 5. So the idea is that this is the thistle head and this is the stalk that it sits in, and that's the thistle stitch there. So now we're going to repeat. Skip the first 2 stitches of this shell, and between the second and third stitches, okay, so working on either side of this middle stitch of the fan, make a double crochet on each side of it. So double crochet there, go to the other side, and between the stitches make another double crochet. Now skip to the double crochet pair, and in between those 2 stitches make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Skip to the next middle of the shell, and either side of that third double crochet in that shell make a double crochet between the stitches, and you'll carry on this until you reach the end of your row. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you're going to make 3 double crochet, this time using the loops. Okay, so into that last stitch of the row make 3 double crochet, and that is row 2 of the thistle. Onto row 3. You're going to turn and chain 1. Make a double crochet turning chain in the first stitch. So because it's the first stitch of the row, we're working into the loops, but for the rest of the row, apart from the very final stitch, we're working between the stitches again. So it's essentially the same pattern as the row below, it's just offset. So we're working double crochets into the shells and fans into the posts, between the posts. So same stitch order, it's just offset. So after your turning chain, you're going to make another double crochet between the first and second stitch. So this is going to be the stitch after that turning chain, and we'll just make a double crochet between the stitches. Now skip to the first 2 double crochet posts and make 5 double crochet between the posts. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Skip to the next shell and make a double crochet between, on either side of that middle double crochet in the shell. So remember, always working between the stitches. Then skip to the pair of double crochet and make 5 double crochet between the 2 double crochet stitches. So it's exactly the same as the row below, it's just that we're starting in a slightly different place and offsetting everything, but it's worked in the exact same way. Skip to that middle double crochet of the shell and make a double crochet on either side of it between the stitches, and carry this on across the row. So the final fan, the shell of this stitch, is 5 double crochet between those 2 double crochet in the row below. Then to finish this row, you're going to be making a double crochet between that second double crochet there and the last stitch. And then to finish the row, make a double crochet in that last stitch. Okay, so don't forget that you've got one more stitch to make between the stitches here before you make your double crochet, just as we started the row. And that's row 3 of the thistle. So to complete this stitch, you're going to be repeating rows 2 and 3.
And there you have your stitch guide on how to crochet the thistle stitch. I would love to see what you create with this pretty stitch. Please do come and show us over in our Facebook group, Froggity Frogs Ribbit and Stitch. You can find the link beneath the video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well, for more stitch guides, crochet patterns, and crochet hints and tips as well. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time for the next video. Bye for now.